What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's your boy HD and I'm back with a reaction video, man. Today I'll be reacting to this video that's entitled, let me see what's the title real quick, y'all. I'm looking down. 7 non-coding tech jobs to pay $100K plus in 2022. 6-figure tech jobs without coding. It's made by a creator named Mo Salhan. I'm not too familiar with him. That came across my feed and I decided, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and add this to my watch later. Let me react to it. And, that's what I do. So, if you're interested in this type of stuff and you're already still here in the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Help me out. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before May. And then maybe 10,000 by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all help a brother out. But without further ado, let's get to it.
Welcome back to the channel where we talk about financial literacy, practical ways to make a side income on the internet, career growth, and the occasional mini documentaries. So if that's your jam, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. And in today's video, we'll talk about how to enter the tech industry without learning how to code and becoming a programmer. There is this huge misconception that in order to break into tech, you need to learn how to become a programmer. So in this video, we'll break that myth and for one, go over 7 high-paying non-coding jobs in tech, 2, the qualifications and backgrounds required for each of these, and 3, my tips on how to break into that role.
All right, this is pretty cool because everybody does think you need to code to be in tech, and that is definitely not the case. So I'm glad he's doing this video. Now, it said this location was London, so I'm not sure if he's in London now or full time. This is based on London salaries or whatever. But hey, let's get into it. Let's see.
And context of building a dream house. We need someone to own the vision, to understand what our client's dream house is, and to make high impact decisions throughout the project. In the world of property development, you might call this person the lead architect. Similarly, in the world of tech, if we wanted to, for example, build a banking app, we would need the services of a product manager to help us shape the vision of the app, build out a list of value-adding features, also known as a roadmap, assist with the positioning of the app on the market, and finally act on our behalf as the main stakeholder of the project. The vast majority of product managers I have worked with don't have any programming background and actually tend to come from either a research, IT, or even business and design background.
And I don't want to, and I could be wrong, so I'm not going to conflate. Matter of fact, let's do it right now. What is the difference? A product manager and project manager. Let's see, because I don't want to mess this up. Let's see. What's going on? So a product manager focuses on product development and releases, while a project manager focuses on coordinating, managing, and overseeing projects. That's what I figured, but I wanted to make sure. He's definitely right, because this is key. Like, if a company's working on some product, they definitely want to make a lot of money for it. So they're going to pay the person that's in charge and make sure the product is going according to plan a lot of money. So far, so good. Let's see what else he has to say, then I'm going to skip to the next chapter.
Because this is a role that is truly in the intersection of business, engineering, and design. In my opinion, this is best suited for someone who's a natural-born problem solver, is creative, and has a good eye for design.
And hey, listen, this is my first time on this guy's channel. A shout out to your graphics. Keeping my attention already. See why you got 17,000 subscribers and over 500,000 YouTube views. Shout out to you, man. This is definitely a good video so far, just on quality alone. So hats off. Let's rock.
And a business acumen. And what I mean by having a business acumen is that you have to be able to prioritize and make decisions that work for the business you work for. And most often than not, these decisions will have a dollar value assigned to it. If this is something that you're looking to explore, get yourself a Scrum Product Owner or Agile Product Manager certificate. And while it's not mandatory to be certified, it will definitely help with the job hunt. I would also read a book called Inspired by Marty Kagan. So now that we have a product manager to own the
Okay, so
vision,
now we're talking about project managers right now.
we need someone to help us stay on top of three things: the time, the cost, and the deliverables. Or in other words, how long will everything from planning to design to coding to launch take? But also, what will it cost us both from a materials, so cost of goods, and cost of the team on the ground? In the context of building a property, you need concrete, wood.
Before he goes into that whole spiel, now I do know a little bit about project managers, especially I'm in cybersecurity, so I've had project managers on my team. Like far as I was on a huge project contract for one of our big clients at my old company. Shout out to Hovey and Jen. They were super busy. People take these roles for granted, and they are definitely needed. Let me see what I can do here real quick. They are definitely needed. Like, a lot of stuff could not flow as easy as it did for us without our project managers. So this is not some easy type of role. People think it's easy because technically it's non-technical, but you do have to be somewhat familiar of various different things, especially if it's according to the industry that you're in. So I want you to be mindful of that. I don't know why I've been to do this.
Steel, bricks from a pure material perspective. But also, you need people on the ground like builders, electric engineers, painters, interior designers, and so on. But also, we need to stay on top of the agreed deliverables and manage any risk that derail us from delivering these. And just like in the world of property development, in software and tech, every team is likely to need a project manager, or also sometimes referred to as a delivery manager in some companies, to be accountable.
Okay, I've gave enough on that. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, interesting. All right, role number 3 says UX researcher. I see, and I don't. Okay, there we go. 132.68. What is that? I think that's pounds in Britain, so $7.50 a day. And yeah, and it should be more. This I want to say it's probably averaged out, and this is where he got the figures from Glassdoor, Indeed. I don't know what Read.com is. I'm assuming it could be a sister company to Indeed or something that the UK uses. But let me see what he says.
So in order to make data-driven or data-informed decisions when it comes to building this new banking app with all its new features and roadmap, we should be relying on the services of a researcher. A researcher helps the product manager and the team with data to prevent making subjective, non-value adding decisions like designing and building features that no one wants or that no one is going to use. And in order to stay as objective as possible, UX researchers collect both quantitative and qualitative data, and they feed that back to the product manager and the team in order to...
And side note, I like this because he also giving you all these roles. They all can work together as a machine to make everything go. But also the fact is that people always say, oh, what type of role I can do this and that in, or how do I get in tech? These are some roles that aren't always the roles people talk about, that have a bag attached to it, that can help you take care of your family, that can help you do a lot of things. So, hey, this is a great video. Let me see what else he says about. I'm actually interested in. I've had UX UI design on there, but not necessarily UX researcher. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of overlap there, but let's keep it rocking.
To help inform their strategy. So for qualitative research, they might be doing activities like doing competitive research, conducting one-to-one user interviews, focus groups, and so on. And for quantitative research, which is equally as insightful, if our banking app is already on the market and is being used, as a researcher, you'd be looking at user data to determine where users are dropping off, how easy are they finding the navigation, and also to use the data to uncover usability issues anywhere within the banking app. This is best suited for if you generally enjoy doing research, human psychology, uncovering insights, and you have an analytical mind. If this is up your street, I would pick up a book called UX Research: Practical Techniques for Better Products. Have you ever used a site or app and whilst it looked pretty good, it was a nightmare to actually use it? The navigation was hard and the interface wasn't intuitive at all. There's a saying in the industry, which is that if you need to teach people how to use your app, then you've already overcomplicated. The best apps and websites are the ones that are easy and intuitive to use. And this is where a UX designer becomes useful.
Yeah, I definitely had a UX UI person on my channel, and they definitely make bread. So he's on it. I kind of see what he's doing. He's kind of been doubling up so far on the roles. Let me see if it's what's next. Yeah, okay, so UI is next. So he's at that. And let's see. Okay. Let's go right here. I'm gonna skip right here. Let's go. All right. So number 6, software business analyst. 105, 650 per day. I think it possibly could be a little more than that. Inflation. So yeah, let's see what he's gonna talk about. Because if it's relative to certain softwares, then it definitely could be more money than that. So let's go.
Alright, so 2 more roles to go. And the first one is the role of a business analyst. Business analysis is one of the key roles in tech, as they help the team in 2 main ways. One, they work with the designers and translate all the agreed user experience flows, diagrams, and user interfaces into a set of very clear requirements that the coders can pick up and implement. When it comes to complex software development, it's incredibly important to communicate clearly and to ensure seamless handovers between the design phase and the coding phase. To illustrate how business analysts work with designers and coders, let me give you the following example. If you were to ask me to make you a cup of tea with a bit of milk and 2 spoons of sugar, and 2 minutes later, I come back with a cup of tea with a bit of milk and 2 spoons of sugar. But you taste it and you go, well, this wasn't actually what you had in mind. Firstly, you wanted the milk to be skimmed milk. Secondly, you wanted the tea in a takeaway cup. Thirdly, you wanted brown sugar instead of white. And finally, I should have used Yorkshire tea bags instead of PGs. Now, of course, software development is far more complex than making a cup of tea. Hence why business analysts are so important in building great products.
Yeah, he's on it. And I don't know if it's going to end by what your experience needs to be, but most of these roles that he showed us today all require great soft skills. And that's a big one. I've been talking about like a lot of my recent podcasts, but soft skills are major. They can take you places, man. That's all I'm going to say about soft skills. Let's wrap it up with the last one. I think it's like a quality tester, and then I'll give my closing remarks.
Platform called businessanalystexperts.com.
Okay, QA testers, 110. I think that's about right. I know some people that did some QA testing. Let's see what he says a little bit about this.
Alright, so now that we have the product manager who has strategically prioritized the next few features of the banking app based on data that was supplied by the UX researcher, a great design that was translated into a set of clear requirements by the business analyst that then went on to be coded by the programmers, we're now one step away from launch. But before we can launch, we need to test if everything works as expected, but also to stress test the system on how it would cope under extreme circumstances and see if things are breaking. And to do that, we can employ the skills of a quality assurance engineer, who is someone that tests the app on different platforms, devices, screen sizes, browsers, and so on. And they give the product manager and the team the green light to launch the next version of the app. So if you're the type of person to be noticing small mistakes and issues when you're browsing the internet and using your favorite apps, maybe you should look into becoming a quality assurance tester. I would start off by trying to become certified as a software quality assurance tester. Now, link everything I mentioned.
So that's it for the video. Great video. I'm going to make sure I link his channel in the description, and I may even react to some more stuff that he has. Very knowledgeable, very informed. I definitely was taking notes on his informative things that he was doing in his video. I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I got some stuff coming up for y'all, basically, and yeah, I just got to script it out, and it's going to be a good video. So appreciate y'all, man. And y'all know what it is, man. Let's get textual, and we out.